Hey everyone, what is going on? And our Voyager Cup videos are going to continue our coverage for that, but I did want to release this video because I was really frustrated with Go Battle League, or as a lot of you like to call it, Go Battle Lag. And yes, we did experience lag. I found a team that I've been enjoying. Now, it's not like a unique team or anything like that. I mean, we've seen all of these meta-relevant Pokemon, right? All of them. Every day we battle Swampert, Registeel, and Alolan Muck. So, yeah, I'm just using this team. It was doing really well for me, and I feel like I would have went 5-0 if it wasn't for the lag, and you'll see that in this video. Yeah, I posted a little clip of it on Twitter because I was really frustrated, I'm not going to lie, because how are we supposed to reach rank 10 when this happens on a consistent basis? It's not like it's a one-time thing. It happens every day, you know, and I want that Steven pose. I'm not going to lie to you. I want the Steven pose. I want the Steven outfit. I really like it, but I'm not going to be able to get it, and my ranking was affected because of this. Now, granted, I went 3-2, so my ranking technically went up in these battles, but I had more lag beyond this that caused me to go down in points by going like 2-3. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording at the time. I stopped recording after these battles, but for the first three, we do win the first three, and no lag there, so we're gonna go ahead and start commentating those battles. Right now, we do have the Alolan Muck out against the Swampert, just trying to get off some damage with the Dark Pulse, right? Obviously, you don't want to go for Sludge Wave or Gunk Shot should you have it. So we do go ahead and pick up his shield, which is good for us. I'll definitely take it. Going to go ahead and shield this Alolan Muck. I do want to try and get to a Dark Pulse. We do manage to get to it. So I'm going to go ahead and use that right now to hopefully knock out the Swampert. Should be enough, it is. Looks like it was just enough to knock out that Swampert. In comes the Giratina, and I'm hoping to get to another Dark Pulse. We can't before we faint, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we have a Registeel at full health, and this is definitely a close matchup, especially if they have Shadow Sneak, as she does. But Registeel still wins it. Now, if she had Ancient Power and she got the boost, despite the nerf, she would be able to win this. But because she has Shadow Sneak, it's close, but we're still able to pull it off because we're full health and shields are down on both ends. So, you know, this is a very common matchup. We're just going for Flash Cannon. She's going for her charge attack, which is, in this case, happens to be Shadow Sneak, and we're going to be able to take this game. Just got to get one with Flash Cannon. Obviously, we can't really farm down, so that's what we're going to try and do. She does this with that Shadow Sneak. It's almost enough. As I told you, it is very close, but we're able to get to the Flash Cannon and take the win and knock out this Giratina altered form. So, yeah. I mean, I really like Registeel. Obviously, we all know Registeel is really powerful. Nothing to say about that. Good game to my opponent. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the next game. Just waiting on seeing who I am going to find. So we find V10 Tenacity. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. So it's a Swampert mirror match. So okay, let's go ahead and see what happens. Obviously, we know Swampert mirror matches. Now, because I have a high attack in my Swampert, I actually win the CMP. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this Hydro Cannon. I'm still continuing to farm up, charging up enough for an Earthquake and going for the Hydro Cannon. They're probably going to assume I'm going for the Hydro Cannon and not shield. He does not shield that. So we go for another Hydro Cannon. And this is definitely going to be shielded. I expect it to be shielded because that would be enough. So now I'm going to follow suit and shield with my Swampert. Again, very common mirror matches. We see Swampert mirror matches all the time. He does pull the switch into a Alolan Muck, and I'm actually going to hang out. I'm going to stick around. I do decide to commit my last shield. I do not want to bring in... Well, I guess I could bring in the Registeel against this Alolan Muck, but I decided to keep in my Swampert, going straight for that Earthquake. If he calls the bait, if he calls the Hydro Cannon, it will knock it out. Or almost knock it out. He does not, so nice play on his end. However, we're able to get to another Hydro Cannon. I wish I did that reverse. I wish I went for the Hydro Cannon and then went for the Earthquake. Not the case, but it looks like he's farming up a little bit of extra energy, and this is going to be able to knock us out because we have no shield. Shields are down on both sides, so that's okay. I bring in my own Alolan Muck. I want to charge up extra energy. He is going to go ahead and get off a charge attack against me, but I'm okay with this. Going to be that Sludge Wave. Despite resisting, it does a decent amount of damage, but we're able to charge up any extra energy and then go for this Dark Pulse, which is definitely going to be enough to knock out the opposing Alolan Muck. So let's see, is that Swampert coming in, or is it going to be the mystery Pokemon in the back? Going to be that Swampert. Luckily for us, before he can get off a Hydro Cannon, we do get to the Dark Pulse because we did farm up extra energy. Not enough to knock out Swampert, but he bails into Togekiss. And when I saw Togekiss, that's actually beautiful because even if we didn't get off the Sludge Wave, we still have a Registeel in the back. But that Sludge Wave is actually just enough to knock out that Togekiss, and then we could just feint down the Swampert. So we pretty much had that game anyway. So good game to my opponent, but Registeel definitely a really hard counter to the Fairy types, as we know, to Togekiss, to Clefable. I don't think we really see Wigglytuff in the Ultra League, but obviously it would be a counter to that as well. So out comes Swampert versus Articuno. So, pretty interesting matchup. Generally, Articuno shield the first Hydro Cannon that comes out because that's going to do the most damage compared to the additional Hydro Cannons or attacks. So as you can see, he does go ahead and shield it. So good play. So now Articuno is going to be able to beat Swampert because this is not only going to do a decent amount of neutral damage, but it's also going to lower our attack. So I do pull the switch, hoping to catch the Icy Wind. We don't catch it, however, he still goes for an Icy Wind against my Registeel. So the Icy Wind does hit, lowering our attack, which is not good, but we're able to take it. Out comes that Swampert, so okay, just gotta go for the Focus Blast. Our attack has been reduced, so because of that, it's not a 2-hit KO with the Focus Blast. It might be after the lockdowns, I don't think it is. So he's going to hit us with the charge move. I do risk the bait. It is going to be a Hydro Cannon, so that's good for us. And we managed to get to another Focus Blast. So let's see if he decides to use his last shield. He does, so we do go ahead and pick up both shields. I think that Swampert would have survived, but it would have been ultra low. So I understand why he did not switch, why he shielded. So I'm going to just pull the switch because my Registeel survived. Go for the Hydro Cannon to knock out that Swampert. I think it knocked it out. Not sure. Maybe it survived. So anyway, he's out of shields. I'm going to go straight for that Earthquake against the Giratina to put on a lot of pressure. Doing a lot of damage. We're stuck anyway, so we have to stay in. I'm saving both my shields, guys. I am absolutely saving it. Dragon Claw will hit us. Totally fine. We still have the Alolan Muck, which with one Dark Pulse, going to be enough to knock out the Giratina. I am going to charge up extra energy. Really no reason for me not to. I'm still not shielding. I really did not see a reason for me to shield at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and charge up. I don't want Dragon Breath to do too much. So out comes the Dark Pulse, going to knock out the Giratina Altered. And what is going to come in? Going to be that Articuno. So we do have to watch out for Articuno. Going to go ahead before it gets off its Icy Wind to lower my attack. Hit it with the Sludge Wave. And I have my Registeel. I'm trying to catch it with the Icy Wind. We do successfully catch that Icy Wind. And now my Registeel will faint, so we bring back the Alolan Muck. I still have two shields, guys. This was really risky. I could have used the shields earlier, but it looks like he switched. I didn't even realize that. Out comes the Articuno. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. We still have those two shields. Our attack going to be debuffed, but Dark Pulse is still going to be enough to knock out this Articuno. Again, I could have shielded earlier, like when the attack from Giratina came out against my Alolan Muck. But we played a little bit risky, but it paid off, so we do go ahead and win that. So we're currently 3-0 in this 5-round set. So this is where the lag is going to begin. And for those of you who may have seen it on Twitter, I don't know. Let me know if you follow me on Twitter. If you do, if you don't, go ahead and follow me. I would really appreciate it. But let's see what happens. So we just have to find an opponent. And yeah, I was really frustrated because it's good. It's just extra it's already difficult to reach rank 10, but on top of the lag. So as you can see, we get a positive lead. We do have the Swampert against the Melmetal. He does bail into his own Swampert, and I don't want the things in the back to go ahead and fight against the Swampert. So I'm just going to stick around. We have an energy advantage because he did switch out anyway. So my Hydro Cannon will come. This isn't even the lag I'm talking about, although as you can see, obviously it's lagging right now. But the Hydro Cannon will hit the opposing Swampert, and he's going to get off a Hydro Cannon of his own. He may have gotten in a couple extra fast attacks, but that's not even what I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and get off another Hydro Cannon. I was expecting this one to go shielded, but he decides not to shield it. So okay, he brings in Swampert, wants to farm down, and here's where the lag begins. I cannot switch, and now I am stuck in this screen. I have no idea what's going on. I'm looking at my phone. I'm really frustrated. I'm not going to lie. Now, obviously, I had no idea at the time. He's just going to town against me. He's attacking me. Of course, I mean, and that's what you have to do. You know, in the beginning, when Go Battle League first released, I would stop attacking if I noticed my opponent lagging. You can't do that anymore. If your opponent's lagging, you just have to keep on going. Just go to town. I mean, it's you know, next thing I know, I bring in my Registeel and my health is almost gone. I mean, your opponent wouldn't give you the same courtesy of stopping to attack. So, I mean, you just can't do that either, because we all want to reach the highest rank. We're all trying to do it. I don't blame my opponents. I don't want you to, like, if you know either of these opponents, I don't want you to go on like a witch hunt against them. It's not their fault, right? It's not their fault at all. They were not cheating. I don't think they were cheating at all. In fact, I know they weren't. It was 100% lag. So again, I mean, they did nothing wrong by continuing to attack. I mean, they want to win just as much as I do, right? But either way, it still was. I guess it wasn't. I mean, we would have definitely won this one if we didn't get that lag. There's no doubt in my mind. I had a really good lead. We were about to switch out when that subtitle came in. We were just not able to do so. But yeah, I was just really frustrated because I want to reach rank 10. As I said, I want that Steven pose. So it looks like it's just not going to happen if things like this continue to happen at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and surrender that game. There was no point in continuing to go on. You know, I don't expect them to realize, okay, you know, they lagged. I wouldn't have won that anyway and back. I don't expect my opponent to do that. I'm not saying they should do it. They shouldn't. But it's just really frustrating, you know. So we're jumping into the next round. I do lead with Swampert. They lead with Shiftry. So we actually do lose this lead. So we're going to have to bail. So I do bail correctly on the Leaf Blade. So as you can see, he goes for Leaf Blade and we catch it with Registeel. So that's really good for us. So the Leaf Blade comes out and the same exact thing is happening. I have no idea what's going on. You'll see what's going on. Well, I can see him attacking this time. So look at all those snarls he's going. He's just farming up energy. He sees me lagging. There's no reason for him not to farm up, right? Look at all those snarls. It was probably like 10 snarls. I wasn't counting it, but you know, this was just really frustrating. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. I was really frustrated. What can I say? And as I mentioned, I mean, we did win the first 3, and this lag caused us to lose the last 2. But at least, technically, our score still went up, right? So I guess there's that, but, you know, this was just so annoying. I could have edited some of this out, but I wanted to show you the lag. And again, I don't blame my opponent. You know, it's not their fault. But it's just so annoying. Wait until you see what happens when the game starts to register again. It's just absolutely absurd. I posted this clip on Twitter as well, though not the whole thing, so I don't think everyone that follows me saw the whole thing. Yeah, I stopped attacking at some point and then I just continued to attack. I know they're just going to town against me, right? They're continuing to attack, totally fine. I get it. I don't think that's wrong, as I mentioned. But yeah. This is just super, super annoying, guys. Let me know if something like this has happened to you. I know it has. Yeah, we're just sitting here waiting for the battle to continue, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I lost the lead, so maybe I still would have lost, but he didn't switch out, so maybe we would have won. Maybe he has nothing to answer to Registeel. It's kind of difficult to tell, right? But as you can see, I stopped attacking. I'm not tapping on the screen because you know, I'm not doing anything anyway. So we're waiting. Eventually it's going to register, I promise. So look, you can see I could surrender if I wanted to. I decided just to have it for a YouTube clip. I decided not to do that, and I wanted to wait to see how long it would take for the game to come back. And of course, Niantic says just check your connection. And next thing you see, they have a Lapras and my whole team is dead. So anyway, yeah. Good game, I guess, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. It's the Voyager Cup video. Have a good day. Bye.